Hello and welcome. I'm JP and I'm going to be guiding you through a shoulder and spinal expansion practice today. Just a chance to loosen up the shoulders and work a little bit on the back. Please just take the practice as you are. Listen to your body. Take a rest whenever needed and maybe just have a bottle of water next to you. Taking some sips whenever you need to. So we're going to begin in a seated position. That could be cross-legged, maybe a cushion underneath the spine just to find a bit of length. Relaxing the shoulders, if it's comfortable to do so, gently closing down the eyes or bring in a soft gaze. Take a breath in and lift the spine. Drop the chin parallel to the ground. And just take a full breath in through the nose, expanding the chest. Open the mouth and gently exhale out, just relaxing the shoulders a little bit more. Take another full breath in through the nose. Gently part the lips and take a slow exhale out of the mouth. And then one final breath in through the nose. Closing down the mouth and gently exhale out of the nose. Taking a moment now just to check in with the body, seeing how you're feeling. Noticing any areas of tension or tightness that you'd like to breathe into today or loosen up. And then on your next exhale, just gently drop the chin towards the chest and slowly just start to roll the left ear towards the left shoulder and then the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just beginning to open up the back of the neck. Now these can be soft and slow movements. Just listening to your body without forcing. Just gently opening up the back of the neck area. Rolling from side to side, keeping the spine nice and tall. The tailbone grounded. And then slowly coming back for center. Take a breath in and bring the chin parallel to the chest. On your next inhale, raise your arms above the head, bringing the palms to touch. And then as you exhale, gently bring the palms down through heart center. One more breath in, reach up. Lift the chest as the palms begin to touch. Slowly bringing the hands down towards heart center. One more time, full breath in, reach the arms up. Find length in the spine as the palms touch. Slowly exhale, coming back down. Resting the hands at heart center. Take one more full breath in here. And exhale wherever feels comfortable for you. Have a lovely practice. As you inhale, reach the arms up. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll forward, plant the hands down and transition into a tabletop position. Bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, knees come under the hips. And coming into some cat-cows now, just to warm up the spine. So on your next inhale, dropping the shoulders, lift the chin, belly goes down towards the mat. As you exhale, pushing away round the shoulders, bringing the chin towards the chest. On the inhale, tailbone goes out as the chest lifts, coming into your cow pose. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Chin comes towards the chest. 2 more times in your own breath. As we inhale, relax the shoulders, lift the gaze. As you exhale, round the back, bringing the gaze towards the navel. Last one, breath in as we lift and raise. And breath out, rounding the back. On your next inhale, coming back through to center. I'm going to transfer the weight into the left hand now. Take a breath in, twist at the navel, reach the right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, thread the right arm under, maybe bending the left shoulder, elbow. Hover the shoulder. Take a breath in, reach back up, finding that twist. And then as we exhale, once again, thread the right arm under the armpit, hover the shoulder. One more time, full breath in, reach up. And as you exhale, thread the right arm under. Maybe this time the shoulder meets the ground, maybe the side of the head meets the ground. Try to just keep the core engaged so you're not dropping over to one side. And then there's an option for some additional space to maybe reach that left arm towards the top of the mat. Keeping the breath nice and steady here, even on the inhales and the exhales. Softening as you go, but keeping the core engaged so we're not dropping that lower body. Slowly bringing the left hand back underneath the left shoulder. On your next inhale, push up, reach the right arm up, find that final twist. And then as you exhale, coming back to that tabletop position, preparing for the opposite side. So on the inhale, left arm reaches up. As we exhale, thread the left arm under, find that hover on the shoulder, and then breathe in to push up and find that twist at the navel. Exhale, threading under, maybe bending into the right arm to go a little bit deeper, and then breathe in to reach and twist. One more time, find that exhale. This time release the left shoulder down, maybe the side of the head goes down. Again with the option to bring that right hand towards the top of the mat for some additional space. With each exhale, see if you can soften the upper body, keeping the lower body engaged again, just being mindful not to drop over to the left-hand side with the bottom. Taking one more full breath in here. Full exhale out. And then right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. As you breathe in, push up, find that twist. And then exhale, gently coming back to that tabletop position. Now from here, we're going to bring the big toes together. Drop the seat down to the heels. Pop a cushion down if it's not quite comfortable. Gently walking the hands forward, dropping the forehead down to the ground, coming into a child's pose for a moment of restoration here. Keeping the arms engaged, maybe even walking the hands a little bit further towards the top of the mat. Take a full breath in here, and then as you exhale, start to walk the hands over to the right side of the mat, with an option to place the left hand on top of the right, finding some space in the left side of the body now. Take a full breath in here, and then on the exhale, gently come back through to center. Walking the right hand to the left side of the mat now, option to place the right hand on top of the left. One more full breath in here, opening up the right side of the body. And then on the exhale, again coming back through to center. Arms are engaged, fingers are spread nice and wide. And on your next breath in, gently rising back up to that tabletop position, planting the hands down, begin to tuck the toes, engaging the arms, lift the seat, and come to find your downward facing dog. Taking a moment to make any adjustments here, soften the knees, lifting up the hips. Sometimes nice to just take a little pedal out at the beginning part of this pose. Dropping one heel down, bending into the opposite knee. Try to keep the arms engaged and the fingers spread nice and wide so the weight is evenly distributed. Once you've had a pedal out with the legs, find some stillness there. Maybe shake the head no, or give it a couple nods yes. Before we relax the head, bringing the gaze between the feet. Again, keeping the knees as bent as is comfortable here to find that lift in the tailbone. On your next full breath in, we're going to roll over and come to find a high plank. And then as you breathe out, gently push back, maybe releasing the heels down towards the ground a little. And again, full breath in comes over to a high plank. This time on the exhale, gently release the knees down. Tops of the feet come onto the mat as you slowly lower the upper body, bringing the elbows into the ground, coming to lay on your front. Hands go wide now into a T shape, making a little tent with the fingers. As we take a breath in, pushing up from the pelvis, relax the shoulders, lift the chin, and come into a low cobra. As you exhale, gently releasing back down. Walking the arms forward so the elbows are bent now. Keeping that T shape if it's comfortable. Take a breath in, lifting the chest and the chin, rolling the shoulders back, being mindful of the lower back here. And then exhale to gently release back down. One more time now, hands has come underneath the shoulders. Maybe we take the hands away from the mat, pushing into the pelvis, lift the front of the body, find a cobra. And then as you exhale, gently release back down. Plant the hands, push the seat back to the heels, and take a restorative breath in child's pose. In through the nose, open the mouth and exhale to release. On your next inhale, hands are planted as we come back through tabletop, tucking the toes and coming to find our downward facing dog. On the inhale, bending the knees, look between the hands, and as you exhale, gently walk the feet forward towards the top of the mat. Finding a forward fold here. On your next breath, hands come to shins or thighs as we come to a flat back. Gaze comes forward, and then exhale to find that forward fold. Once again, knees can be as bent as you needed here to find comfort, and maybe even widening the space between the feet just to give some additional space. Taking a moment to hang out here. Backs of the legs are engaged. Relax the head, relax the neck. And on your next inhale, we're going to gently roll all the way up to standing. Chin being the last thing that gets to the top. Lovely. On your next breath in now, take a full breath, reach the arms up above the head. As we've done in seated, once the palms begin to touch, exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, and fold the body forward. Inhale again to slowly roll up. Taking the full breath to rise once we get to the top. Another full breath in. Chest is lifted, palms reach together. And then exhale to gently fold back down. Lovely. From here, on the inhale, half lift, flat back. On the exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back and lower down onto the left knee, coming into a runner's lunge. Take a moment just to find your balance here. With the core engaged, gently rise up, finding your low lunge. Arms are extended. On your next breath in, we're going to cactus the elbows, lifting the chest forward. As you exhale, reach the arms forward, bending into that right leg. Breath in as we cactus the arms and lift the chest. Breath out as you reach the arms forward, engage in that right leg. One more time, full breath in, draw the elbows back, chest is lifted. Breath out, reach the arms forward. From here, planting the left hand down, swivel the right arm up and find your lunge twist. Pushing up from the left hand, see if you can reach that right arm a little bit higher to the sky. And then as we exhale, gently planting both hands down. Tuck the toes of the left foot and take an inhale to come back to your plank position. On the exhale, dropping the knees, lower the chest as we bring the elbows into the body. Tops of the feet come onto the mat. Maybe the hands stay down or maybe you lift them up as we come back into our Cobra pose for one breath. Exhale to gently release. Pushing the seat back to the heels through child's pose. Tucking the toes, plant the hands, coming back to our downward facing dog. Full breath in through the nose here. Open the mouth and release. On the inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. On the exhale, walk or hop towards the top of your mat. Full breath in finds a halfway lift. Breath out as we gently fold back down. This time, drawing the shoulders up to the ears. Take a slow rise up to standing. Keeping the shoulders up at the ears. Take a full breath in once you get to the top. And then as you exhale, open the mouth and gently roll the shoulders back. Inhale, arms reach up for extended mountain. On the exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows and fold. Breath in finds a halfway lift. Breath out, we plant the hands, stepping the right foot back, gently lowering down onto the right knee, coming into our runner's lunge on the opposite side. Engaging the core, begin to reach your arms up towards the sky. Embracing any wobbles. If you find any difficulty on keeping balance, the wider your feet and knees are apart, the more stable your base will be. Next breath in, elbows come back as the chest lifts to cactus. Breath out, we reach the body forward, bending into that left leg. Inhale, reach back up. And then on the exhale, diving forward. Keeping that left foot planted down, engaging the sides of the body. One more breath in, elbows come back, chest lifts. Breath out, we reach the arms forward, engaging that left leg. Right hand drops down as we swing the left arm up, finding our lunge twist. Seeing if we can reach a little higher with that left hand, finding space on that left side of the body. And then exhale, gently release both hands down, tucking the toes of the back foot. Inhale, stepping back to your plank position. Option to drop the knees on the exhale or maybe lowering all the way down to the front of your mat. Tops of the feet come on. Breath in as we find our cobra. Maybe hands are planted, maybe they're raised. Pushing the seat back to the heels. Taking a breath in child's pose once again. Full breath in through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale to release. Inhale, rise back up. Tuck the toes and come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, we walk or hop towards the top of your mat. Breath in finds a half lift. And breath out to find that fold. Softening the knees here. We're just going to grab one elbow with each hand. And just take a little ragdoll swing from side to side. Opening up the backs of the legs ever so slightly. Maybe working with the breath as you rock from side to side here, letting the upper body go soft as the lower body stays engaged, keeping that base. Gently release the hands down, and again taking a slow rise up to standing. Coming into our mountain pose now. So feet are hip-width distance apart, bringing both toes forward. Draw the shoulders up and roll them back, palms face forward, bringing the chin parallel to the ground. Eyes maybe closed down, and just take a moment to rock from side to side, transferring weight from one foot to the other. And then slowly release. Take a breath in, lift all 10 toes. As you breathe out, bringing the toes down to the mat. Gripping the mat and finding some space. On your next breath in, coming onto the tippy toes, embracing any wobbles, and then as you breathe out, gently releasing back down. Bringing the hands onto the hips now, we're going to bring the weight into the left foot and start to rise the right knee up. Again, finding your balance here, keeping the breath nice and steady, maybe finding a focus point in front of you that's not moving. And once you feel comfortable, bringing the hands to heart center, extend the right leg and then swing it like a pendulum. Once it crosses the body, we're going to start to drop the upper body down, coming into our warrior three. Soften the left knee as much as you need to here. See if we can keep that line from the heel up to the crown. If it feels comfortable to do so, option to draw the arms by your sides, coming into a flying position. Or for an additional challenge, maybe bringing your arms above your head, keeping the heel pushed out, almost like you're resting it against the back wall. Lovely. Taking one full breath in here, and then as you exhale, nice and mindfully placing that right foot down, coming into a standing lunge. Take a moment to find your balance. Back leg is engaged and maybe soften into that left knee. Arms are extended up, finding space on the side of the body. Again with the cactus now. So as we breathe in, elbows come back, chest is lifted. As we breathe out, draw the body forward, bringing some weight into that left knee. Inhale, bring the cactus. Exhale, reach the body forward, bending into the left knee. One more time, take a full breath in, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, reaching the body forward, both legs are engaged. Gently dropping the right hand down now. Again, bringing the left arm up. Finding that twist. Back leg is engaged. Right arm is engaged, finding that reach with the left hand. One more full breath in here. And then as we exhale, planting both hands down, gently step the right foot forward. Inhale finds a half lift. Exhale comes to a fold. This time we're going to interlace our fingers around our big toe, or maybe just tucking them under. Soften the knees where you need to here. Take a breath in, lift the chin forward. As you breathe out, with your hands pulling down, start to draw the upper body down as you lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Once again, feet can be as wide as comfortable here and knees to be as bent to find that lift in the tailbone. Maybe on the next breath, chin comes forward ever so slightly. On the breath out, gently relaxing the body. One more full breath in here. And then on the exhale, slowly release. Inhale to come up to standing. Coming into the opposite side. Full breath in, arms come up overhead. As you breathe out, hands come to heart center. Transferring the weight into the right foot now. Begin to lift the left knee, bringing it level with the hip. Finding your balance here. Start to extend that left leg, swinging it back as it crosses the body. Torso comes forward, finding our warrior three on the opposite side. Keeping the right leg engaged. Focus just at the top of the mat. And then again with the option to bring the arms by your sides. Or maybe out in front, biceps in line with the ears. Whatever feels comfortable for you here, keeping the breath nice and steady. One more full breath in, and then nice and gently, left foot finds the mat as we come into our lunge. Arms are extended up, bending into the right knee. Back leg is engaged and heel is lifted. Full breath in, drop the elbows back, lift the chest. As we breathe out, reach the body forward, coming into that right leg. Inhale, draw the elbows back, lift the chest. Exhale, reach the arms forward. One more time, full breath in, reach the arms back, elbows drop. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Left hand finds the mat as the right arm reaches towards the sky. Coming into our lunge twist on the opposite side now. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Opening up the right side of the body for one more full breath in here. And then as we exhale, gently plant the hand down, step the feet forward, coming back to the top of your mat. Breath in finds a half lift. A breath out finds a forward fold. Relaxing the head and neck, maybe even interlacing the hands behind the back this time. Just opening the lower back ever so slightly. Full breath in here, full breath out. Lovely. Okay, releasing the hands down, draw the shoulders up to the ears again, and come to slowly roll up to standing on the inhale. As you exhale, slowly roll the shoulders down, bringing the hands just to the lower back now, softening the knees. I'm going to come into a gentle back bend. So as you breathe in, start to lift the chin and the chest, and then on the exhale, pushing the hips forward, slowly start to arch the back, almost like you're rounding over a ball. Chin can stay to the chest if it's more comfortable, Or if you'd like, dropping it back, finding that space, opening up the throat. Try to draw the elbows together so you open up the chest as well. Taking one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, slowly coming back to standing and dive the body forward. Coming into another forward fold now. Just to even out the spine. Slowly start to walk the feet wide of the mat, heels in, toes out. As we lower the seat, bend into the knees, coming into our yogi squat. Keeping the spine nice and lifted here, shoulders are drawn back, and rather than pushing out backwards with the pelvis, see if we can draw it forward. Relaxing the shoulders here, hands come to heart center, and then once you feel like you've got your stable base, gently reach the arms up towards the sky, and find a cactus. So again, you might feel like your bottom is trying to push out. See if we can keep that spine nice and tall. Taking 3 full breaths here, embracing any wobbles we might start to feel in our legs. Send the breath where you need it. Keeping it nice and steady. In through the nose, out through the nose. One more full breath in, and then as you exhale, extend the legs and drop the body down. Coming into a wide leg forward fold now, bringing the arms behind the spine, interlace the fingers and maybe point the index finger up towards the sky. On the breath in, lift the chin forward, and then on the breath out, relaxing the head and the neck. Crown of the head reaches down towards the sky, and maybe see if you can find some lift on the hands away from the lower back. Taking one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, gently release. Bending into the legs now. We're going to slowly come to find ourselves seated onto the mat. Bringing both legs forward. Sitting up nice and tall. From here, bending the right leg, bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. So we're looking down the left leg now. Taking a soft bend if you need to here, if you have tight hamstrings. Take a full breath in, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, hinging at the hips, gently dive the body forward, folding over the left leg. Maybe the hands wrap around the foot. Maybe they reach the knee or the shin. Wherever feels comfortable for you. On your next inhale, take a gentle lift with the chin, and then on the exhale, slowly begin to relax over the left leg, letting the head go heavy, sending the breath into the lower back, maybe into the back of that left leg. Breathe in for 2. Breathe in for 1. Inhale, gently release and rise back up. Switching over now, maybe have a little pedal out first. And we're going to bend the left leg. Sole of the foot comes into the inside of the right thigh. Once again, option to bend the knee if it feels more comfortable. Taking a full breath in, reach the arms up above the sky. And then as we exhale, gently folding over the right side now. Breath in finds a lift on the chin. Breath out, gently folding. Head to knee. Or wherever it lands. Again, just working on the breath now for 3 breaths. In through the nose. Out through the nose if it's comfortable to do so. Softening the other body. Keeping that right foot engaged so we're not dropping off to the side or loosing forward. And on your next breath in, gently rising back up to a seat. Both legs come forward, once again maybe taking a little pedal out. And sitting up nice and tall, both legs this time. Maybe we find the bend, maybe you keep them straight. Full breath in, reach the arms up. On the exhale, hinge at the hips and bring the body forward to where you feel your back starts rounding. On the inhale, we're going to rise back up and find length on the spine. On the exhale, hinge at the hips, draw the body forward till that upper back starts rounding. And again, full breath in, we find that reach and that length. This time on the exhale, releasing the hands down. Let the head relax. Let the shoulders relax, hands land wherever they land. Maybe it's round the feet, maybe the ankles or the knees. Breathing into the lower back and the hamstrings again. Taking one more full breath here. As you exhale, gently relax the upper body. And then inhale, coming back to a seat. Bringing the arms level with the shoulders now. Relax the shoulders, keep the legs nice and straight. Take a full breath in here, and then as we exhale, slowly start to lower for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to lay all the way down on your back. Full breath in through the nose here. Open the mouth and let it out. Gently relaxing the body. Okay, keeping the left leg engaged. Start to draw the right knee into the body, wrapping the hands around the shins. I'm just going to take a few circles with the ankle. Keeping in with the balance of yoga, we'll do a few circles in one direction and then a few in the opposite direction. Left hand stays on the right knee as the right arm draws out towards the side. Taking one more full breath in here, and then on the exhale, begin to cross the right knee over the body. Maybe that right foot lands just in front of the left knee. Keep the left leg nice and straight as we come into our spinal twist. Option here to bring the gaze over the right shoulder. And again, rather than forcing the body down, work with the breath. So with each inhale, we find the length. And with each exhale, we begin to soften, just being mindful of that lower back. With each exhale, maybe the knee gets closer towards the ground without physically forcing it down. Let the body and gravity do the work here. And then on your next inhale, come back to center. Right knee gets a squeeze as we place the right foot down. Left foot comes to join now, feet are hip width distance apart, knees facing up. Bringing the hands down by your sides, palms facing down, engaging the inner thighs and the glutes. Gently start to push up from the heels, coming into a bridge pose. Try not to let the knees fall out to the side so the inner thighs are engaged as you find that lift on the front of the body. Keeping the breath nice and steady. With each inhale, finding that rise. With each exhale, just settling into the pose. Breathe in for 2. Breathe in for 1. On your next exhale, slowly start to lower. Upper spine, middle spine, and lower spine. Letting the knees rock from side to side a couple times. And then gently start to slide the right foot to the bottom of the mat as the left knee comes into the body, hands wrap around the shin. Once again, taking a few circles, opening up the ankle, getting out any clicks we may be holding on to, and then changing directions, keeping that body nice and balanced. Before the right hand stays on the left knee, left arm draws out to the side. Full breath in here, and then on the exhale, start to cross that left knee over the body. Maybe the gaze goes over the left shoulder. And once again, rather than forcing the body, work with the breath with each inhale, finding that length with each exhale, finding the softness and stillness we need. Breathe in for 2. Breathe in for 1. Next breath in, bring the knee back round. Give it a little squeeze and place the foot back down. Coming into our second bridge, the right foot meets the left. Palms are facing down. Maybe even just give a little brush of the heels of your hands just to check the distance. And then on your next breath in, engaging the glutes and the thighs, start to raise the body. Option to keep it the same here, or maybe you interlace the fingers this time, coming onto the shoulders, just finding some more space in the front of the body. Glutes are engaged, try to stop the knees from falling out. And as an additional challenge, maybe for the last 2 breaths, just lifting the toes off of the mat, finding that extra reach on the front of the body. Breathe in for 2. Breathe in for 1. And again, nice and slowly, release the toes down as we unlace the fingers. Upper spine, middle and lower, slowly find the ground. This time walking the feet outside of the mat, letting the right knee drop in as the left knee rolls over, and then the left knee dropping in. Just finding some window wipers with the knees, taking some ease into that lower back. And then again, drawing the knees into the body. This time give yourself a little hug, wrapping the hands around the shins. Maybe take a few circles with the shoulders, just massaging that lower back into the ground. And again with the circles, a few in one direction, a few in the opposite direction. And we're going to come into a happy baby. So grabbing the outsides of the feet from the insides of the legs. If it's more comfortable, maybe just grabbing the toes or even the ankles here. Or if space is really a problem, another option is just to grab the back of the thighs. We're going to keep the soles of the feet facing towards the sky, drawing the elbows down towards the ground, really just trying to push that lower back in towards the mat. Option here to take a little rock from side to side, or even extend in one leg, or maybe even both. I have very tight hamstrings, so I find this quite challenging. But see what feels right for your body, and just listen to that today. Taking one more round of breath here, and then slowly releasing the feet back up towards the sky. Hands come just underneath the lower back now. Take a full breath in, see if you can push the heels up. And then as we exhale, we're going to start to lower the heels down for a count of 3, 2, 1. Hold in halfway. Begin to open now. Bringing the right foot to the right corner of the mat, left to the left. Taking one more full breath in here. And then exhale as we release for 3, 2, and 1. Right hand comes into the stomach. Left hand comes into the heart space here. Take one full breath in through the nose. Feel the body rise. Your belly and chest elevate. And then as you exhale, slowly releasing the air, relaxing the body. Okay, from here, bringing both arms down by your sides, relaxing the shoulders. This is going to take 3 breaths together. So one more full inhale through the nose. Open the mouth nice and wide, and as you exhale, let it go. Slowly relaxing the body. Another full breath in through the nose. Gently parting the lips, almost like blowing out a candle. Softly release the air. And then finally a full breath in through the nose. And gently exhale out of the nose. Slowly moving up the body now, relaxing the feet, relaxing the ankles, softening the thighs. Begin to relax the shoulders, let the arms and hands soften. Find some softness in the jaw. If you feel like maybe you've got a clench in the forehead still, see if you can relax a little space above the eyebrows. Coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Here you don't have to do anything. Just try and lay in some stillness. Leaving any urge for any itches or gentle movement. If the mind still begins to wander here, just try to treat the thoughts like a cloud in the sky. Acknowledge it. And then gently let it drift away. Spending a few moments now in silence and stillness to end your practice. So if you do feel you have a little bit more time today, then please try and stay here as long as you can, as long as you feel your body might need. Those of you that would like to close the class with me today, I'm going to gently just start to wake the body back up. So just begin with wiggling the toes and the fingers. Maybe just rolling the back of the head from side to side. Slowly starting to make some circles with the wrists and the ankles. And then extending the arms above the head, taking that full body stretch, pointing the toes away. Drawing the knees back into the body, wrapping the hands around the shin. This time is not a pose, it's a hug from you to you. So just take a moment to offer yourself some gratitude or say a kind word. For giving yourself some time to practice today, doing something for your mind and your body. And then keeping the eyes closed down if it's comfortable to do so. Slowly roll into one side, taking a moment in a fetal position, maybe using the hand as a pillow. And when you're ready, slowly rising back up to a seated position where we started the class. Could be cross-legged or whatever feels comfortable for you. Placing the hands in a comfortable position, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly tucked. I'm going to take a full breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, and as you exhale, drop the chin and just let go of anything that's not going to serve you moving forward after today's practice. As you inhale, gently lift the chin, blink the eyes open, welcome the goodness you just created in the room. Bringing the thumb knuckles to third eye. Namaste.